So today's puzzle is all about this new to me brand, Pomegranate, and it's also a new to me artist called Julia Zanes. And I am very excited to try this puzzle. I've got 4 pomegranates in my collection, but all 3 the others has got either fine art or a challenge element to it. So I wanted to do a video on those without doing a brand review. So when this one came across my path, I thought this one is perfect to do a brand review. And then also it is a new to me artist, and we will throw a little spotlight on Julia Zanes. Box size, I must say, I absolutely love the size of the box. It helps to store more puzzles if you've got a huge selection like I do. So I like the smaller size, definitely. None of the pomegranate puzzles I got has got a poster included, but the image on the box for me personally, it's more than enough. It's not too big. Some people might prefer a bigger image, but for me it's perfect, and there's nothing that's hiding any part of the image. So it's very clear, it's visible. There isn't anything that's hidden, which is great for me as I won't use a poster even if it was included. The back of the box got a little bit about Julia Zanes and the puzzle, which is called Golden Mean or The Golden Mean. So points for Pomegranate for including the artist details. Absolutely love that. There's another image here on the back, a smaller version. And somewhere it says this image shows the artwork in its entirety. The puzzle has added borders, so please refer to the box top image when putting the puzzle together. So on this side, there's no borders to this image. On this side, bottom and top, there is an added border, which I assume will then be included on the puzzle. So let's get to the pieces. And I've heard mixed reviews about the pieces. A lot of people say the cut is perfect. Others says the cut was absolutely terrible. There were very thin parts to the pieces that easily broke off. I haven't seen anything like that from the 3 that I've got, although I haven't assembled it yet. I haven't taken it out yet. And but from what I can see here, the cut looks perfect to me. There's nothing wrong. It is kind of on the thicker side. I love the thickness. It's more a matte finish, which is absolutely great. I don't see too much of a shine on here. Actually, nothing at all. I assume if the light catches this wrong, it will have a little glare, but from what I can see here, nothing. Perfectly matte, which is absolutely great. Print, from what I can see, it's beautiful. It's detailed enough, and it appears to be true to the image on the box. Let me see if I can find this one. This one should be on a little bit of green. It should be that one, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere here. And it looks exactly as on the box. So recognizable, detailed enough, true to the artwork, and I am impressed with what I can see this far. So I am going to start by taking out the borders, even though it seems that a lot of the borders will be this caramel color. So it might be a little bit tricky to put together, but I believe once the border is in, I will have something to work off from. So let me start by taking out the edge pieces, and I will flip the balance of the pieces for this one. It is kind of on the busy side. I don't see a reason to try and sort it, and we'll take it from there. So while I put this puzzle together, I will tell you a little bit more maybe about the brand, if I can find more detail, and maybe a little bit about the artist. So I'll see you in a little bit. So the brand is Pomegranate, and as far as I can determine from the back of the box, they are based in Portland in the USA. It states here that the puzzle is printed in China. I am not certain if this applies to all their images or just or all their puzzles or just some of them. I can only assume all their puzzles is printed by the same company in China. As far as I can determine, they focus on art puzzles. That would be the classics from the 17 and 1800s by Van Gogh, Renoir, Monet, the Bruegel brothers, all the ones that we do love, and then also the more modern artists. This image, for instance, is from 2012, as far as I am able to determine. So this is by no means a classic fine art image, but it do fall in the same category for me. It's absolutely beautiful, and I haven't seen any digital images on their puzzles yet. I can be wrong, but it looks like they focus on the old art and the new art. Okay, so I managed to put the edge together. This cream color was, or caramel color was kind of tricky, but luckily that pattern helped a lot. And I do see that the hold is kind of good. I can pick up sections without it falling apart too much. So I believe when there's bigger sections, I will be able to move them around. And puzzle dust. This is a second-hand puzzle, but I haven't found any puzzle dust, so I can't confirm if it is the same for a new Pomegranate puzzle. But this far, I haven't seen any puzzle dust. I love the hold, no false fits. So all of that I do love. And what I want to do next, this pieces between the border here and the top and the bottom has got a distinct line. It's only one row. So I think I will do that first, both top and bottom. Take all those out, see if I can complete that, because that will eliminate a whole bunch of puzzle pieces for the rest of the puzzle. So I will check in a bit. As on the back of the box about Julia Zanes. For Julia Zanes, storytelling is a primary function of the human mind, which is reflected in the dreamlike narrative quality of her paintings. Her lush landscapes are filled with ethereal figures, birds, flowers, and trees, rife with symbolism and tangled meaning. The size of the painting reproduced in this puzzle is the golden rectangle, also known as the divine proportion, often found in nature and believed to be aesthetically pleasing. All the visions in the painting, the horizon and the house, for example, are based on the golden mean, to create a sort of a puzzle within a puzzle. From what I can determine from the internet, Julia Zanes is focusing on surrealism in her art, all of which is absolutely beautiful. To me, it's visually pleasing. There is some that is more abstract, which you can't really make out what it is supposed to be, which is more the use and combination of color, but still equally as beautiful. Another thing that I found during my Google search on her, it appears that Pomegranate is currently the only puzzle brand that publishes Julia Zane's images. So up until today, I haven't heard about Julia Zane's, which makes absolutely sense because I have never done a Pomegranate before today. If they do have more of her images in puzzles and I am able to get my hands on them, I will definitely invest in more of them. They are beautiful. It is not the classic art that I love, but it is similar enough in the style and the techniques that she used that I absolutely love it. I will definitely add this to my art collection, even though it is a more modern art style, and for that same reason, I will invest in more pomegranate puzzles because of their art puzzles. Okay, so the bottom and the top border is in, and I managed to get all this yellow, which was very bright and recognizable. I got those in. And then the next thing that stood out to me was this yellow flowers. And because they are in, I was able to recognize the leaves and the stems of these flowers, able to connect them. From there, I was able to attach this peach color flower, and there's another one that's starting to come along. So there's now enough, even only from the center to start with and to work off from. There's corner blue, which I can start working off from. But before I get to that, I've got this little tree, which is this one over here on the box. And I also got those pieces, which is this tree. So I think I will start with those next. And then that one is part of this tree. So I believe after these two trees, I will start with that one and the house. And if they are in, there is even more to work off from. So I can start with this flowers, and once I've got the house and that tree in, I can start looking for those. From here on out, there's another flower that's already in. These two are kind of recognizable, so I should be able to get them in quite easily. And then I just have to fill in all the gaps. So let's see if I can get these two together, and then I'll get back to you. As previously mentioned, when I started looking into the brand, I got a lot of mixed reviews on this specific brand. There were some people that say that this is absolutely beautiful and the cut is nice, the print is nice, everything about it is very nice. And then I've got others that say it's a loose fit. And one of the things that stood out to me that was mentioned is the paper lifting on the pieces, especially on the corners, which gives a white dot finish to the finished puzzle, especially in the darker areas. So when I noticed that on my puzzle, initially I thought this was only because it's a second-hand puzzle, but when I looked into it, it appears that most people's got this complaint about the pieces that's lifting in the corners and making this white dots all over the image. I do realize, and please take note, that even though my puzzle today is of a better quality, I trust that not all pomegranate puzzles will be of the same quality. It appears to be a hit and miss. Sometimes you are lucky and you get a very good quality puzzle. Other times you are not so fortunate and you get a puzzle that's a loose fit and the pieces are cut on, almost want to say, an angle which is very thin and the pieces easily break. Mine, I was able to move sections of 5, 6 pieces at a time. I didn't have a problem with loose fit. Even as I'm looking at the puzzle, the fit is actually very nice. There's no gaps between the pieces for mine. I do have the white dots, and I will try to insert a photo so that you can see what I am talking about. So if I say in the end of this that I love the brand and that I love the quality, please take note that this might not apply to every single pomegranate. You might get some that is of a lesser good quality, or even I even want to go as far as say it is a bad quality. I don't know if all their puzzles is cut in the same factory, or like some other brands, some is cut from different factories than the others. That might explain why some are better quality than others. I don't have enough knowledge to be able to confirm exactly why, but this is something that I picked up on during my research. Okay, so this is where I'm at, and from here on out, I am just going to fill all the spaces. I've completed this yellow, the flowers are more or less in. I've connected them with this smaller flowers. This tree is more or less in, that one is complete. The house is in, I've started with that tree. That one is mostly in. That looks like a hothouse is in. There is a flower. This what seems to be a pear tree is mostly in. So I am just going to fill the gaps from here on out. I am no longer going to search for specific elements. I'm just going to fill it up with what is remaining until it is complete. So I will see you again after I'm done with the puzzle. So, if you, as a viewer, don't mind giving me your feedback, I would love to know what your experience with Pomegranate. Have you found some of the better quality puzzles, or were you unlucky in that you only ever had the very bad quality puzzles? Did you find that the white spot thing is a problem throughout all the puzzles, or is it only selected ones? Maybe some of the newer ones does not have this problem, as I see that they actually have a new range of puzzles with a new box design. So maybe they improved. So if anybody can clarify on especially the newer pomegranate puzzles, I would greatly appreciate that. Any feedback with regards to the brand, I would love to hear it. And then maybe also, do you know about Julia Zanes? Are you a fan? Have you done any of her work? Will you do it again? I always appreciate your feedback and I'm looking forward to hear from you. So based on what I learned, I expect your feedback will be from two different worlds. Some of you might hate it and some of you might love it. So I would still love to hear your feedback, what's your thoughts on this brand, your experiences. For me, based on this image, on this puzzle, I love it. The only negative thing for me is the white dots, and it could have been because it's a second-hand puzzle, but regardless, it doesn't bother me that much. I do not plan on framing these puzzles, so I can look past the white dots. Everything else, the matte finish, the cut, the fit, everything for me was absolutely great. I loved it and I enjoyed it because of the images that they publish, the fine art images. I will definitely get more of those. The ones that I currently got in my collection are of the fine art series. And if they come past me, I will definitely grab more. So please let me know what your experiences are, how you loved it. I hope you found the video informative, that you enjoyed it. And I want to say thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.